I found April's presentation on Chapter 13 to be valuable since it covered impairment, disability, and handicap. Being in a special education class this semester helped broaden my interpretations and understanding of the disabled on a higher level than I was when I entered the class. But even April's presentation opened my eyes to information I had not been aware of prior to. What really stood out to me was the statistic that 2 times as many males than females are in a special education and are identified with a special needs. When I heard this, I could not help but think, why is that? A theory I've constantly been explained was that typically when an educator sees a boy disruptive or really shy or quiet, they associate him with a disability or an impairment. But if they saw the same scenario with a girl, they just categorize her as a shy or outgoing child, meaning they are overlooked as potentially having a disability or an impairment. That could be life-changing, especially for their academic development. So the video rap about education today was definitely my aha moment. Watching the video and hearing the lyrics made me think about the fact that you don't have to go to college or receive a secondary education in order to obtain a high-paying job. I have mixed emotions about this because at times it seems unjust, while other times I can define it as how society works today. It's just, I'm going to school seeking and receiving the fundamentals I need to achieve my career goal, putting my family into debt, and other non-student individuals are on the same career paths as students for the same career, and they're skipping the debt toll. It just makes me think, why are there still rules or guidelines to get to that desired career when others are coloring outside the lines? For me, I strongly believe I need to do the 4 years to get the field experience and get the bachelor's degree to be a professional educator. But that's not the case for all departments, and some individuals are just going to be that fortunate and get into the career of their dreams without all the steps in between. Professora Malika was an absolute breath of fresh air every class session, and her passion for social justice amongst all was exhilarating. The way she went about introducing to implementing multicultural diversity into our future classes was both relatable and challenging. She encouraged us to step out of our comfort zone and build a teaching philosophy with the students in mind. For me personally, I decided to acknowledge each student's cultural background, find common grounds in between their cultures, and learn to teach with them in mind, rather than trying to cover each culture separately. By using equity, equality, and social justice, I will express the importance of multicultural teaching that recognizes and appreciates racial differences and beliefs that can be used as fundamentals for teaching a diverse classroom. EDU 280 has helped me feel more comfortable with conversing about prejudice and privilege, and I want to take what I've learned and implement it into how I will teach my students and just casually bring my students into awareness. My belief is, in order to understand why a person is the way they are, one should consider where they come from and what kind of life society has pushed them to fight through. Thinking and being raised this way has brought such positivity into my heart and my mind that I strongly believe I could pass the knowledge on to my students and seek a life anywhere near to my own for themselves. I want my students to understand that not only can the world and society reshape a person's life, but so can the optimism and brightness from other individuals.